What's up, you guys? What's up? It's 12:24 in the fucking morning. Freaking morning. Booming this. So solving this like incel issue. Like there's a lot of guys that are struggling to find someone or like a partner. You know, let's see a lot of black guys. You know, we us black guys looking like we have this image that we're supposed to have it all, especially with like the ladies, and have this confidence, this bravado. Like, look at us, I'm a black man. Look at me with my ladies, yeah, sagging my pants with your shawty, big booty, you know what I'm saying, riding around with that nice rims, yeah, stunting my bed. We're taught to have that image, but this is an isolated problem that's going on, especially a lot of like black like cells. You know what I'm saying? There's some in like the white incels, but there's a lot of BLACK cells. I'm not gonna forget about those ones. Even so that white guys that have they match, they're just the involuntary celibates, right? But there's also a lot of BLACK cells. But, you know what I'm saying? But it's across the board, honestly. Especially now in Western society, for whatever reason, it's designed that way for population. Right? Pop you are late. I'm gonna control you. Yup. Let me tell you the solution. It's like you can't even be just an average guy. You can't. You go to this place or this place, this girl's talking to who? She has access to a guy. She has access to an open window of guys. So now this girl, she's burnt out from those type of guys. She's burnt out. I think with women or whatever, now to solve this issue, you're gonna have to be a guy who is influential, who has power, who has influence, who you're gonna have to have something. I'm not sure you're gonna have to have money, but you're gonna have to have something. Even if you're a crazy guy or whatever, like a mass crazy person who's like a notorious for things, or a freaking drug dealer or topo, even that's power. You're gonna have that, or you're gonna have to be an extreme level case of guys. You're gonna have to be extreme and having this, that, and that, having money, status, and they're gonna have to be extreme because a girl can scroll on her feed and she can see a guy. Oh my goodness, he looks so good. He's a 10 out of 10. Oh my goodness, I like his abs. He is so, oh my goodness. Yes, he's a guy who's good looking. He's tall. He's a Chad. But guess what? That's about it. You have to make this person, woman, feels like she needs you. Like you're damn near like so important. Like she can't. A lot of guys are just scrolling by life. They're scrolling this self-loathedness, this loneliness, just going down and just go down a bottomless pit and they just don't get out. You're gonna have to be extreme case of guy. You're gonna have to be. That's the only way that's gonna get you out of this position, you know. Or you could leave and go to a different country and do that, but you don't have the financial means. And plus, it's going to be the culture shift, the culture shock, because you're not of that culture. So you're going to have to adapt to it. And you just don't have that mental capacity yet. You don't have that growth, that experience. So you're going to have to grow in one way or the other. Okay? You're going to have status or something. You're going to have status to become somebody that's like a figure. Even though you may have crazy things to say or whatever, at least women trust you enough to know that you command attention. You're able to bring attention towards you and people trust you. And she will trust you too because that's a woman. That's the only way. I don't know any other ways that's going to work for you. Looks maxing, all that, that's not going to work. You're just gonna have to. I don't know what's gonna help you guys. Really. Or you're gonna have a lot of numbers in your bank account. You know? A lot of dineros. You know? A lot of dineros in your account. You're gonna have to find a way to stand out from every other guy, because it's like you're competing. Even though guys are scared of girls and they don't be talking to them like that in person or whatever the case is, but those guys, since they're scared of girls, they're gonna be on her phone. You know what I'm saying? You know, so they're gonna spawn in her fucking DMs and shit and her inboxes or they're scared to talk to a girl. Even I ain't gonna lie, I'd be scared, because it's like, it's not that I'm fear. It's like, you don't know what this girl is on. You don't know what she has on her. You don't know what type of environment you are. You don't know. You don't know what could go on. So I think twice about doing stuff like that. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to have some sort of thing about you that just stands out, that just grabs women. You're gonna almost have to be so desirable. And it's not your looks, because she can scroll down on her Facebook timeline or Instagram and see a good looking guy. You're just gonna have to. You're gonna have to be almost a figure, or I don't know, man. And it's not anything lustful too, or because they can just go to a show and look at their guy that they like. But would they probably sleep with them? Probably not. Some will, but you're gonna have to have power. That's the only way. Men are not respectable now. Men are like looked at as second class citizens. We're just fucking losers. That's the only way you're gonna have it. You're gonna have to have power or some sort of shit. That's the only way. You know? You could try to do this and fake this and try to be like a little drug dealer. But guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna get tired of it. You're probably gonna get in trouble. And it's not gonna be. You're gonna move on. And then you're gonna be back to this self-loadingness by yourself. You're gonna have some sort of power and influence or something. That's the only thing that's gonna work. You know? You're gonna have to fight this way out of your position. You gotta get out this position. You gotta rank yourself out. You gotta fight. Women gotta see that, you know what? He doesn't stop. He's doing what he's gonna do. He will never stop. This guy could possibly help me out my situation. This guy could probably help me. He's so strong. He is so this, that he is great. He might not have this or have the looks, but he is good. You're going to have something that stands out, because we're in hard times right now. You know what I'm saying? Looks is not enough. All that's not enough. Money may so-called be enough, because, you know, we're in economic times. You're going to have to be just a guy that you know that she knows that you're able to run in or do certain things or be that if something happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, you damn near have to be probably some bravado, very tough figure type of guy. Like, that's the thing I think about. You're gonna have to be that. A man who just doesn't stop, who keeps fighting, who continues. I think you gotta be a man again, like, for real, like, you know? Because at the end of the day, a woman wants a man at the end of the day. You know? Yeah, look good and, you know, have that chiseled jawline, and, you know, you can be a GAY, you can be her GAY best friend, her GAY friend, or her GAY best friend. At the end of the day, a woman wants a man at the end of the day, so you're gonna have to be that. A guy with power, influence, just something, you don't even have to like speak it, it just comes out of you. You're gonna have to be that. That's the only way, or you're gonna have to be that, because any other ways is feasible. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to find your way to get out of this situation. Because I don't know. You know? It's really just, I don't know. I really don't know. So you're gonna have to be a guy with influence, power. You're gonna have something. Be a top-notch superhero type of guy or something. You know, it has to be something coming out of you, radiating out of you. Now it's like they can rely on you, they trust you, they respect you. So you're desirable now. So you got to be desirable again and respectable. That's what I think.